CommScope, for those of you that haven't heard of us, we're a global communications provider. We basically provide connectivity from residential, video set-top boxes, video encryption, fiber to the home, as well as cable providers for their fiber. In the middle, venues, stadiums, we provide Wi-Fi. And then on the wireless side, which I'll talk more about here in a moment, we provide really everything up and down the tower for a cellular operator, including now as our customers have started to provide outdoor small cells. What we found is, as the AT&Ts, Verizons, T-Mobiles, and the rest of the cellular carriers across the globe looked to provide increased capacity, they started to go through 4G and 5G densification projects, specifically providing sites like you see here in and around urban areas, suburban and metro areas. And what we found was it was important for the municipalities to be very engaged in this process. Zoning is key and aesthetics are very important. And so we've began working with both our carrier customers as well as the municipalities on these highly engineered solutions to support the spectrum that the carriers were looking to deploy, as well as, again, the aesthetics that are important to the customer. In that municipal approval process, public utilities and power companies became key influencers in that municipal space. They had a lot to do with what poles could be approved, where the power meters needed to be. And what we've started to see now is those influencers, the public utilities, starting to emerge as potential customers. What they're looking to do is leverage these poles, this infrastructure that AT&T and Verizon may put licensed spectrum on, but then leverage that for private applications, either for their own use, sensors to do real-time customer analysis, but that utility infrastructure then can be leveraged and monetized to enable smart city applications. So what we're seeing is this transition of the outdoor small cell densification layer that the cellular carriers deployed to now migrate and be leveraged to be able to ultimately provide smart city applications. But I have two examples where we're engaged with very large utilities in a very different way. So the first example was really, the carriers looking to densify and the utility looking to monetize, leverage their right of way. It's a new process, so CommScope's been able to demonstrate a lot of thought leadership in this space in helping them understand, and the channel partners that they typically procure equipment from, help them understand what's possible, what's feasible in order to balance the needs of the carrier, but also the needs of the public utility over time. In the second example, again, initially, the project started as a cellular operator densification project. So they were looking to deploy, dozens or hundreds of outdoor small cell sites to increase their capacity, primarily focused in suburban or rural broadband. But what it's evolved into is an entire smart city, including Wi-Fi, managed services, and the utility now looking to monetize their existing rights of way, but then build and lease that back to the cities or the carriers themselves. So again, very fluid situation. The requirements are constantly changing, and the business model is something we're looking to understand. And again, as I mentioned, this physical infrastructure, these smart poles, if you will, can start out and have often started out as a mechanism for either the city or the utility or the carrier themselves to densify that public network, right? So provide high capacity throughput on your cell phones. But what we're seeing is that physical infrastructure then becomes leveraged to support planned communities, downtown outdoor venues, and migrates towards smart city with the addition of Wi-Fi, intelligent sensors, video cameras. And so, the challenge for the industry and where CommScope's working with both our municipal customers, our traditional carrier customers, and now the public utilities themselves, is how do we develop modular solutions to support this transition from single-use sort of applications or smart poles to smart city.